Today we're asking the question, are the Dunlop Metallica picks right for you? So let's find out how these picks square up against the established green Tortex 8.88mm pick and also the regular Jazz 3. Now the Hetfield pick is an Ultex, but it's 1.14 millimeters. It's got a reasonably sharp tip to it, and it does feel pretty good in the hand. Regular sized. Now we move on to the Kirk Hammett pick, which is a tiny little Jazz 3 with the little notch cut out. I understand what he was going for with this notch, because it does allow, skin to skin contact, but for me the pick is just way too small. So we know that in the 90s and probably most of the 2000s, Metallica were known for using the green Tortex, and for years I used this, not knowing anything else other than this green Tortex. But I since then discovered the Jazz 3 XL, which I think is the perfect pick. It's got nice raised lettering. Gee, what's wrong with me today? Lettering, which creates a very nice grip, and it's just the perfect size. So I'm going to do a quick sound test with the two Metallicas against the established Tortex and Jazz 3. So let's start out with the Hetfield Black Fang, 1.14mm. So this is a great pick, great attack, and it sounds good, and it actually feels really good in the hand. I thought it may become slippery when sweating starts, but for the most part I really like the feel of this pick. Next up, the Kirk Hammett, I guess we'll call it the sort of modified Jazz 3. Immediately it does not feel comfortable. It's just way too small. Like I said, I understand the thinking behind the notch here, but I would rather you just went with a Jazz 3 XL and made it green. But we'll try it out anyway. It sounds good. Not particularly comfortable, has to be said. It just feels like it's going to fly out your hand at any time. So let's go up against the traditional green Tortex 0.88mm. See how that sounds. Actually, honestly, that sounds the best so far. It's the old, tried and tested. Up until recently, most metal bands were on the green Tortex. Lastly, we got the red Jazz 3 XL, which is my current favourite. This is my favourite by far. I think it sounds the best. It absolutely feels the best. Would be nice to get different colors. I think they make a black one, but you know, I think the Kirk Hammett green is really cool. Now, just for a bit of fun, I have here a 0.38 millimeter. Basically, it's a piece of paper. This is Clayton, USA, 0.38. Let's just see how fast this thing can rip, huh? Useless for metal. Strumming could be good, not for metal. This is an impromptu idea. I have a 16 gigabyte SanDisk SD card. Let's see if this thing rocks. Ready? Oops, shit. There we go. Actually sounded really good. Doesn't feel good in the hand, but it sounded good. So to summarize these Dunlop Metallica picks, you have to remember these were designed in conjunction with Hetfield and Hammett. These are the exact picks they wanted, and they work for them. They may not work for you. I can say the Kirk Hammett pick does not work for me. The Hetfield could work, but then you have to ask yourself, why would you force yourself into using something that does not immediately feel comfortable? And you know, I get it. It's really cool that for whatever it is, a pick maybe 25-30 cents, you can have the same equipment that your heroes use. That's cool. That really is cool. However, it may not suit your playing, it may not suit the way you hold the pick, and it's absolutely pointless to try and force yourself into something that doesn't feel comfortable. If, like me, you went years using the green Tortex, admittedly, initially I started using these because Hetfield used them, Dimebag used them, but they actually are a very versatile pick, and they felt comfortable and they sounded good. In recent years I did discover the Jazz 3XL, which feels good and it sounds good, so I'm going to stick with my Jazz 3XL, even though I hate the colour. But again, it's all personal preference. So by all means, go ahead, try these picks, you know, the Metallica picks. They may or may not work for you, but like I said, it's all personal preference. So I'm going to wrap this up. This was just a very quick test. Although I do think the SD card sounded the best on the strings. But anyway, please do like, please subscribe, more videos coming, blah blah blah. And thank you for watching.